なんてのんきなやつにラリアット3回マニュアル通りにただ抱き愛がないことに気がつかない窒息する前に叫ぼうぜ Oh in the midnight dream
息さえつけない眠れない街隙も見せずに笑い合って嘘さえセーフティー本当がエンプティー危ないくらいにバランスシャンブレイカー
No we got so let's get moving
Let's move into the manual Let's dive into the fantasy 広い世界に怯えてる始まったばかりの Now we go for spin and fuck it beat きっと輝く around the world
Check to the wall yo here we go あのローへと生まれたばかりの旅人慣れない足取りもまた愛嬌決めるとこだけバシッと So many people in this world 時に抽象とかもないわけじゃないけどつまんないとこをワープしてこう寿司だけは通し生きてる Love so long
Well, well, well. He's got speed on the straightaways. I'll let him catch up. R32 GTR. All right, let's see how much this guy's got to give.
That's how we're playing? That's all I needed to know.
Are you sure it's all right to drop you off in this neighborhood?
Yeah, it'll be fine. That's my house right across the street. You said this was a pretty junky ride you just used for your dad's work, but I actually like it. It runs really good and it's small and kind of cute, like you. What kind of car is it anyway?
A Trueno.
A Trueno? Well, we should go for a spin again sometime. I had a really great time with you today, Takumi. I'll give you a call later, okay?
Did you hear that, girl? She called us cute.
Keeping up with Ryosuke Takahashi ain't nothing. I know my GTR is better than anything these guys are pushing. He might be a decent driver, but with that outdated FC of his, I wouldn't be surprised if he was already hitting his limit.
Nice driving. My name's Ryosuke Takahashi. I'm with the Akagi Red Suns.
Yeah, I know. I'm Takashi Nakazato. I race with a team called the Night Kids out of Mount Miyogi.
Nakazato of the Night Kids. I've heard of you before. You're the fastest street racer on Mount Miyogi's downhill.
You know, I've got to admit it's a real honor to be recognized by the great Ryosuke Takahashi.
Only thing is, I'm almost sure I've heard you drive something other than this. I believe it was an S13, if memory serves. Not that it matters, but I've got to ask, what's a street racer from Miyogi doing here on such a night?
You've always seemed like a pretty smart guy, Ryosuke, so let's cut the crap, okay? You and me came out here for the same reason, and I think we both know what that reason is. We wanted to run into the 8.6 from the other night. It got you intrigued, didn't it?
Well, what do you know? A guy in a sweet 3.2 trying to take a bite out of the 8.6. Think your 380 horsepower engine will be enough?
What?
I can tell that by just looking at her, at the exhaust pipe, the power she can reach on the straightaways. Kind of thing's hard to miss. On the uphill, the 8.6 is no match for this machine. But if we're talking about the downhill, there's no way in heaven or earth you're ever gonna beat that 8.6 and a 3.2.
The hell are you saying? That my ride can't hold up to the downhill? That I'll lose to that wannabe?
It's not a personal attack. I'm just voicing my opinion based on my knowledge of both cars.
Right. I think the real problem is your lack of nerve. Your kid brother might have lost on the downhill, but there's no need to get all intimidated by some freaking rust bucket 8.6.
I think once you race against it, this will start to make a little more sense. I'm the only one who's gonna be able to beat it.
If you're trying some kind of reverse psychology thing on me, you can forget it. I don't ever walk away from a challenge. I'm gonna destroy that 8.6 and wipe that smug grin off your face. I'll make you remember the day you met Takashi Nakazato. That crap rotary is no match for my 3.2.
I'm almost sure I've heard you drive something other than this. An S13, if memory serves.
Don't act like you know me. I've changed a lot since then. Damn! I can't pass it. I can get close in the corners, but he loses me in the straightaways. I have better technique as a racer. I know it. How am I losing to this guy? With this S13, I can't beat a 3.2 no matter what I do. I was the fastest street racer on Mount Miyogi's downhill, and look at me now. This is pathetic. Losing to a 3.2 that can't even drift. All cars have their limits. No matter how killer the driver is, no one can drive beyond what the car's got set in its steel. Not even that 8.6.
How's it going, everybody?
Hey.
Here, got something for you.
Cool. So what is it?
Some fried tofu. It's left over from yesterday. My dad told me I should bring it to you. He said you liked it.
Tell him thanks.
You got it. I'll put this in the fridge for you.
Wow. Made a better impression than I thought. Hey, Takumi?
Yeah?
Is it true you've been delivering tofu to Lake Akina for like the past 5 years?
That's right. About that long.
Come on, I thought you and me were closer than that, man. So, why the big secret?
Because if I had talked about it at all, my old man might have gotten in trouble, don't you think?
Yeah, you're probably right, I guess. 5 years ago, we started junior high. Back then, I seem to remember that trouble had a way of finding us anyway. You've driven a lot longer than me. Since junior high, you've been driving every day on Mount Akina. Snow, rain, nothing mattered. You got out there and you drove.
Sure, before dawn. Nobody else was on the road. No big deal.
I don't mean it like that. Those corners. I mean, weren't you scared? I'd flip my lid.
Oh. Well, when I first started, yeah, I was. But in 6 months, the fear was gone. I noticed right away that the tires slipped naturally when I'd accelerate, but I think it took another 6 months or so before I felt like I had any kind of control over it.
Then you mastered the downhill in only about a year, is that right?
Well, being on it every day, the nervousness vanished pretty quickly. I had nothing else to do out there, so when I started getting bored with the drive, I'd see how close I could get to the guardrails without touching.
That's insane! Why would you do that?
I wouldn't call it insane. I mean, I've never wrecked, and at my best, I can get as close as about a centimeter or so to the guardrail.
Are you for real?
Driving the same route over and over for my dad every day gets super boring. Unless I can find something to do to break up the routine. Which is why I never thought I'd want to improve as a driver. I didn't care enough about it to want to. But you know, I get impatient, and I'd want to get home or to school, wherever, faster. So I'd try going as fast as I could.
Wait, there's one thing I don't understand.
What's that?
How is it you can drive with a carload of tofu? Go too fast, you could damage your hull.
I don't have much speed on the uphill, so it's cool. And my dad puts a paper cup full of water in my cup holder. Says if I can drive without it spilling, then I won't damage the tofu in back. Doesn't matter how fast I'm going.
Ah.
The first few times I tried it, I didn't think I'd ever get the hang of it. Even driving slow, I'd spill water all over myself.
I'd imagine so.
The brake, steering wheel, shifter, gas pedal, if even one of them moves a little rough, the water spills. Dad would say crap like, roll the water in the cup. Didn't make sense at first, but I learned.
What's roll the water in the cup mean?
Something to do with the surface tension of the water. It'll only stretch so far before it spills. So you have to roll the water around the rim of the cup. At each corner, I roll the water to the edge of the rim as I drive up the hill. It did take me a little while to be able to drift without spilling the water. It seemed like forever, but I finally figured it out.
Drifting without spilling? You mean you can actually do that crap? God, you better not be lying to us, Takame, you hear me?
The primary control point when it comes to any car is the center of balance. That's the starting point.
The Drift King, Keiichi Tsuchiya, says so in his video.
It's not an easy trick. To drive without spilling that water, Takami would have to have mastered the 8.6's center of balance. Forget anything about drifting.
That kind of thing is impossible, liar!
I'm not lying!
You beat Keisuke. So, what, now you act like you know everything?
Huh, a customer. How you doing? Can I fill her up with high octane for you?
Thanks, that'd be great.
Amazing, Bunta. Your boy's technique is way above just a regular mountain racer.
Goodbye, and thank you for your business.
Takami, I need to ask you a favor. Would you let me ride in the passenger seat when you do the next downhill run at Akina? Initial D. Initial D!
You want to use the car at this time of night?
I didn't think you'd let me anyway. Forget about it, not a big deal. I'll see you in the morning.
Did you hear me say no?
Well, I don't want to take it if you were going to use it. Are you sure you don't need it for anything tonight? Like, I don't know, maybe a meeting at the Chamber of Commerce or some other reason. Maybe you need a little time to think.
What's the matter with you? Sounds like you think you'll be in trouble if I don't have to use it.
What? No, I didn't mean it like that.
Fine, then take the car. But don't forget that means I'm relying on you to pick me up for my meeting later.
Okay, so you really do have a meeting.
Look at me, man. I'm all nervous. Like I'm about to get on a huge roller coaster at the park.
Oh, man. I'm all jealous. You are so lucky. Seriously.
He's just riding in a car, you guys. It's not like we're going to the moon. I think it's about time we got this show on the road.
Right on. Ready when you are. Tear it up, man. Now back away from the car, you losers.
He's gonna have the time of his life. Oh, man. I'm freaking jealous. You are so lucky. Seriously.
The first corner's coming up soon. I'll figure out what he's doing different from me as soon as he takes it. Then I'll steal the technique. Hey, wait! Whoa! Takami! Break! How can he control the car like this? What's going on? Is this really happening?
Whoa.
The speedometer warning sound is on. How is that possible? That means we're moving at over 100 kilometers an hour. And we're coming up on the next corner.
Hold up. What the hell are they doing back here already? Maybe something happened. It's way too early to be back from the bottom. Is he unconscious? Takame! Which corner did this happen to him on? Yeah, the third one? I knew it! The agonized cry of his last moment during this horrifying downhill echoed across the mountain! Poor Ikitani in the third corner. Totally passed out!
Then all of this has to be true.
Hey, boss. What are you doing out here?
Seeing what you were up to? Maybe I should just head on home.
Take your time, boys.
I've heard of that guy. Nakazato of the Night Kids. There's nobody left in Miyogi who'll go up against him anymore. The dude's untouchable.
It's hard to be impressed by the technique of somebody who drives a 3-2. At that ride, the car does most of the work for you anyway.
Maybe not.
What, you think I'm wrong about that?
Here we go again. We know you hate the 3-2, Keisuke.
Damn straight.
And Ryosuke likes it. But I have to say, it's bad for Nakazato to defeat Takumi first. Because if they take him before us, the Night Kids will brag they beat the car and driver we couldn't, which could look terrible, like we're on a lower rung than them. We can't afford to have that kind of a hiccup on our record. You know how rumors have a tendency to spin out of control, and that, I think, is exactly what Nakazato wants.
I don't think you need to worry about it, Fumihiro. None of those exhaust-sucking losers and the Night Kids can beat the 8-6, not in a million years. As long as they're riding the downhill of Akita, I can't think of anybody that could beat him. Except, of course, my brother here. The 8-6 has got speed on a much higher level than almost any of us.
Yeah, I'm not following any of this. There are a lot of new state-of-the-art cars out there. Why can't any of them compete with the 8-6?
The straight truth is that sometimes a car has too much power to be very effective. Turbo's great on the straightaways, but when you're coming out of the corners, it can seriously hinder the car's behavior, and like a double-edged sword, it can cut you just as easily as it does your enemies. The 8-6, on the other hand, gets faster once it's hit its stride. When the straightaways are shorter, the more powerful car doesn't always have the advantage. Sometimes it just boils down to whoever's more aggressive, which is why Keisuke's Turbo, clearly the faster car,
had the opposite effect.
That's right. On Akina's downhill, the amount of time I had to use all of my car's 350 horses was next to nothing. Really ticked me off. The second I'd think I'd gained enough ground to leave him behind, I'd have to brake for the next corner. Then it would take me too long to accelerate after that.
Of course it did. That's how it goes with the FR. It gets all its power from the rear tires gripping the road.
Whoa, hold up. Then what'll happen with the 3-2? That's a four-wheel drive, isn't it? And it's got the Atessa ETS. That thing can give stable traction even when you're giving it the gas. So he can use the turbo as much as he wants. Nakazato's 3-2 might be able to beat the 8-6.
Thank you for your business. Welcome. How you doing today? I don't know, I just feel kind of weird now. It's like you're suddenly this whole other person I've never met.
What? What's that supposed to mean?
Never mind. Here, have another hot spring bun.
Sure.
And then you do something like that, and you're back to being regular old Takumi. The spaced-out dude who always looks tired and eats a boatload of manju.
People really think I look spaced out?
Yep. But once you're in the driver's seat of the 8-6 barreling down Akina's corners at breakneck speed, you become the pride of every street racer around here, man. Women want you, men want to be you. You're awesome!
You think so? It's kind of embarrassing, but yeah.
Ow! I told you I'm not talking about right now. Right now, you're just a spaced-out idiot, remember?
I'm not spaced out. But, well, to tell you the truth, I do feel kind of strange.
About what?
Well, during the last race, and even when I had Ikitani riding with me, I was just driving the way I normally do. I don't get why everybody is suddenly freaking out about it. It's just driving. It's not important, not like I'm curing some disease. I guess I've never really been the kind of guy who likes all the things that seem to make other people happy. But I'm starting to think maybe driving isn't so bad.
Hey.
Huh?
black 3-2. I've been seeing that thing all over the place.
Any closer and he'll be up my tailpipe.
Don't let him pass you, dude. Just keep your speed up.
Duh, I'll nail him on the downhill. I've got more horsepower than the 8.6 that beat Keisuke. Bring it on!
Small fish.
How the hell did he pass us on the outside? That was insane. The way that guy accelerated was unreal.
No crap. I should have known better than to go up against a muscle car in this gutless piece of junk. I never had a shot at keeping the lead against this guy.
I got one amazing machine here. Other racers have beaten me in the past, but now that I'm behind the wheel of a 3-2, I'd like to see them try. Anybody who made me sweat back then is off my radar anyway. This drift game might be popular now, but it's just a flash in the pan. It's not my style anyway. I don't like to ride unless it's an extreme battle, white smoking tires and all. Anything outside of that is a waste of my time. So come on out, 8-6. I got plans for you. I knew it the second I saw you. You're the opponent I've been waiting for.
Never stop 止まりたくない犠牲になった愛がプライしてもビッグ目指してスイートワンでスイートビッグゲートウォンはそっちシフト自分道可能 Cause I'm never gonna stop to trick my dream
必なモチベーション全てのシミュレーション逃げてみたってどこでもセーフティーゾーン何かを手に入れて何かも忘れてく世界が壊れても変わらないディスティしちゃ誰の手にさえ負えない激しい夢時間さえも今超えてく Raise your dream 闇を張り裂いてゆく Like I speak to the beat 世界中の凍え引いた夜を消してく Raise your dream 道を開いてく
Getting down another round Never slow down コンマ0 1秒でノックダウン余韻の公式へて Go to the next sound 誇り舞う敗者地に這ういくつだけの野良君たち邪魔くさいから仕方していこうストリーカー去ってゆくスイートの向こう Something that you know
Raise your dream 続く果てない日を愛も過去も振り向かず受けるあなた輝いている Raise your dream 今を生きている
I'm here with Yuichi Tachibana. So, Yuichi, I understand you were a pretty famous street racer in Akina back in your day.
Yeah, I drove with Bunta all the time.
And now his son Takumi is going up against Takashi of the Night Kids.
Right. Only problem is, Takumi doesn't want to race.
What? Then we don't get to see him go at it?
Don't worry, I think I have an idea. Leave it to me.
I hope you know what you're doing. Next time on Initial D, a racer's pride. Don't miss it!